It's cold outside, so today on The Express, we're turning up the heat. On today's show. How hot is that?
It's 2,225 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's just glass blowing at Solart in West Vancouver.
I think it really sort of like clears my breathing passages.
A steam experience at Vancouver's Miraj Hammam.
And step. I invite her to step over. Close with contact.
Porto La Tango's Dance of Love in Surrey.
It's like your tango.
There's a lot of people that eat peppers just for that effect, just for the endorphins.
Vancouver Foodster's Taste of the World event.
And hot, humid, so you need to sweat out. So
see that and more local expression. Welcome to The Express. I'm Johanna Ward at the Solart Glass Studios in West Vancouver. From the 2,000+ degree temperatures it takes to make these creations, to the Argentine tango in Surrey, to Calabash Bistro's famous jerk chicken, things are feeling hot, hot, hot on today's show. And up first, we're beating the winter blues with a steam at Vancouver's Miraj Hammam Spa.
Look familiar? Many of us are spending a lot of time on the couch these days, including Livia Cohen.
This time of year, things usually slow down quite a bit. I'm not my usual social self. I like to, be at home more, watch a lot of movies, catch up on my reading, that kind of thing.
The Canadian Mental Health Association says that about 15% of us get the winter blues, and 2 to 3% of the population gets full-blown seasonal affective disorder. But in a dreary climate like Vancouver, there are ways to cope.
When it's raining and gray like this, who wants to go anywhere?
Well, too bad, Livia. We're taking you out to somewhere very special.
And everything's aching, and our skin feels dry, and nothing feels right.
And a dose of heat in the form of steam can really lift the spirits. And when it's at the Miraj Hammam in Vancouver, you're bound to be feeling better.
We have some clients that come every month, and they want the exfoliation, they want the intensity of the steam, and the rain in Vancouver. This is the perfect haven, the perfect haven.
The hammam steam cleanses the body of impurities, while the gommage treatment is an intensive exfoliation that allows clients to feel like they've escaped Vancouver's wet climate.
Let us have a place where the clients can feel that they've gone to Damascus or Marrakesh or Tunis without having to transfer at Heathrow Airport.
Clients end their journey in the Sultana Lounge.
Everyone just loves going in for Arab mint tea and sweet cake and just lounging in those divine cushions and really not being rushed and have time just for themselves.
As for Livia, has she turned that frown upside down?
I feel great, so relaxed and recharged. I think it really sort of like clears my breathing passages and sort of put me at ease and really sort of transported me to a more sort of peaceful, calm state.
I'm Erin Shaw in Vancouver for The Express.
The Miraj Hammam has a special co-ed day on Sundays where men and women can enjoy the spa together. Today on The Express, we are filled with ideas of ways to get warm during these cold winter days. And here at the Solart Glass Studios in West Vancouver, we're warming up in the hot shop.
Glass is so spontaneous, and you might not touch it today, but tomorrow it's in your hands, and you can pretty much do anything you want with glass. You just have to find a way how to do it. So that's just like a volcano.
It really is.
Yeah.
That feels it. Like,
yeah, it's the sun. It's a piece of the sun in there.
I'm gonna go put my bikini on.
The honey. It's a real beautiful medium to work, and it's been around for over 5,000 years.
Why do call this the glory hole?
Oh, this is where you reheat the glass and just without the glory hole, nothing happens.
Yeah, this is where all the big magic happens?
Yeah. With the glory hole, with the annealer, with the kiln, with the bench, the tools, people who work around the studio, everything is one experience. It's very temperamental in a way. You know, how you feel is how the work comes out. So something about hand blowing glass that is so a little bit like golfing. The more angry you get, the worse you play. And this is the same, you know. So being in a good space is really good. And I'm in a wonderful space here, so that's very conducive to doing beautiful glass.
Whoa!
It looks so physical when you're doing it. You say it's very mental, and it has a real spiritual feeling to it as well then. It's just a beautiful work.
It is. Look at the sun, it's all molten glass, you know, and when I go and gather to make a piece, I imagine myself gathering from the sun, and that's how I feel.
God, that's so beautiful. Later, it'll be my turn with the glory hole, but right now we're turning up the heat for our taste buds with 6 restaurants, 6 regions of the world, and 1 city full of foodies.
Sipping on Mai Tais and getting sunburned. There's no better way to beat the Canadian winter blues, but what if you can't afford to spend the time or the money? Well, you let your taste buds travel. Here at the Taste the World event in Vancouver, hundreds of hungry foodies are taking off on this culinary adventure. First stop, the Caribbean, where Calabash Bistro chef Cullen David is searing up some spicy jerk chicken.
Sort of brought popular by the Buccaneers, and it's just a type of barbecue. The pimento sticks are basically your grill, and those are what gives you that hot, spicy flavor and aroma, and that's what mainly jerk is all about.
He's also cooked up a refreshing seafood and papaya salad and this traditional chickpea and eggplant dish called chana. The key ingredient in all 3, colorfully visible.
I mean, you can try and cook Caribbean without spice, but it wouldn't really be Caribbean. There's a lot of people that eat peppers just for that effect, just for the endorphins, you know, and it brings a rush to your blood, you know, and sweat to your brow, and to me, that's, you know, that's the part of living, you know, you have to enjoy it.
For even more heat, our tongue is off to the Bengali region of India. Here, food travelers are taking in some organic squash in poppy seed curry, vegetarian cuisine with a kick.
It's a very diverse country and hot, humid, so you need to sweat out. So it's the spices there, and also turmeric and cardamom are very healthy for your eatery style. So it's very important.
Yes, Indian food is spicy, but what is an adventure without the fear of the unknown?
What am I having here?
Which is why taste tourists lined up at Donna Katta's table to try traditional Mexican food, a bean and pork soup topped with fried grasshoppers.
They are dry and then roasted in a pan with some salt and lime. That's it. It's organic, it's green.
And thankfully, no one here turned green.
It probably tasted a lot better than what I thought it was meant to taste like. I thought it was going to maybe jump around, but it was okay.
Topped off with a little festive song and dance from Thailand, these foodies really did get an exotic experience, if only for a night. I'm Tim Chung in Vancouver for The Express.
You can go to VancouverFoodStore.com to find out about cooking classes, chef talks, and more events like Taste of the World. You're watching The Express, and we have more of Metro Vancouver's hotspots coming up.
After the break,
Take 2 steps.
we'll learn the Argentine tango in Surrey.
I love all dancing, but Argentine tango is different.
Keep rolling, keep rolling.
Keep rolling.
Try the art of glass blowing in West Van.
Good. Put this hand forward.
You're watching local TV on the Express.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by...
The Express is brought to you in part by Plum, fashion supplier to host Johanna Ward.